Let's break down the three contentious farm laws and put in perspective both sides of the argument. What was the government's stand? Well, the government believed that these laws were aimed to liberalize essentially the sale, pricing and storage of farm produce. Farmers could sell their produce outside their local mandis, even in other states. Trade of farm produce was made free of any kind of APMC tax or state mandi tax. It would enable for a free market for farmers' produce. It would empower farmers to sell anywhere and remove cross-border restrictions on selling their produce. The new law on the agreement of pricing assurance and farm services would also allow contract farming. Farmers can enter into direct agreements with corporates and other buyers at a predetermined mutually agreeable price. The law, however, didn't mention MSP. Market forces would therefore determine the pricing of the produce, and the government's stand was that farmers could sell their produce at a higher price and that a direct agreement between the buyer and the farmer would eventually lead to eliminating middlemen and therefore benefit farmers. But clearly, the farming community did not buy the government's stand, did not buy the government's argument. So let's now break down for you what were the farmers' concerns. The farmers feared the weakening of mandis or their local markets, because remember, you could sell anywhere to essentially anyone. The farmers also were insecure that demand would go down. There would be a dip in demand for their produce in the local markets because their own local market would then be available for other farmers to enter. Farmers also flagged the lack of resources to transport their produce or store it in far-off places. Farmers were particularly upset with the dispute redressal mechanism under the new law, which basically meant that farmers would have to approach the local SDM for conflict resolution. Farmers felt that they were powerless against corporates and also felt that they did not have access to the bureaucracy. Now, the law permitting contract farming made farmers insecure of corporatization of agriculture. Farmers feared that big corporate players could come into the market and fix lower prices, rendering the farmer helpless. The last and biggest concern was the removal of the minimum support price, which is guaranteed by the government. This made farmers insecure of their income, uncertain of prices that would be set, and also farmers felt that it would leave especially the small and marginal farmers vulnerable to pressures from big corporates.